Hey everyone, and welcome. We're going to dive into a technology that's running our real-time world, even if you don't see it. It's called stream processing, and honestly, it's a game changer. Let's get right into it.
So let me just start with this question. What if it could react to the world as it happens? I mean, right now. Think about your bank for a second. Someone tries to use your card fraudulently. Do you want the bank to catch it in milliseconds and block the charge right there? Or would you rather they run some big job overnight and send you an email tomorrow morning saying, hey, guess what? You got robbed. Yeah, I thought so. That difference, that's everything. That's why we're talking about this today.
And this right here, this is the perfect way to think about it. Batch processing, that's like reading yesterday's newspaper. You get the full story, it's accurate, you know exactly what happened. But stream processing, man, that's watching live TV. You know what's happening right this second. We're making a journey here, from looking in the rearview mirror to looking out the front windshield.
All right, so here's the game plan. First, we'll talk about why now is so much better than yesterday. Then we'll get into the guts of it, the unstoppable log. After that, we're going to tackle a really nasty problem called the dual write trap. Then the fun part, what we can actually build with all this. And we'll wrap up with a totally new way to think about data. Sound good? Let's go.
Okay, first things first. Why is this whole yesterday versus now thing such a big deal? Look, this isn't just some tech fad. It's a massive shift in what business is, and frankly, what we as users expect. The world just doesn't pause and wait for some computer to finish its homework overnight.
And here's the thing, you're already living in this world. You just might not know it. You see that fraud alert pop up on your phone? That's stream processing. You see the surge pricing on your ride-sharing app? Yep, that's a stream. Your social feed updating literally the second you pull down to refresh? You guessed it, it's a stream. All that monitoring that saves a website from crashing, it's all streams all the time. In today's world, real-time isn't just a nice-to-have, it's the absolute foundation.
All right, so if we're going to build these real-time systems, we need the right kind of plumbing, right? And that brings us to the absolute core, the beating heart of all of this, something called the unstoppable log. But before we get into the log itself, we got to understand what's flowing through these pipes.
You know, in the old batch world, everything was a file. It had a start, it had an end, you knew when you were done. But in streaming, we talk about events. An event is just a tiny, immutable fact. This happened at this time. That's it. And a stream, well, it's just a never-ending, ordered list of these facts. I want you to really get this. A batch job has a finish line. A stream just keeps on going. Forever. And that one little difference, it changes everything.
Okay, get ready because this is the big mind-bending shift. Old school messaging systems, they were like a to-do list. You grab a task, you do it, you cross it off. The message is gone, poof, forever. But what if you didn't have to throw it away? What if, instead of destroying the message after you read it, you could read it again, and someone else could read it, and you could rewind the tape and read the whole thing from the beginning? What then?
This table nails it. Look at the left side, the old way. See message retention? It says deleted. And replay? Nope, can't do it. Now look at the right. With something like Apache Kafka, messages are kept for days, weeks even. And replay? Oh yeah, it's not some add-on, it's the whole point. You're getting the permanence of a database with the speed of a messaging system. It's the best of both worlds.
So how does this magic actually work? It's surprisingly simple. A producer adds a message to the end of the log. That message gets a number, like a page number in a book. We call it an offset. Then a consumer comes along and starts reading. And here's the genius part. Every consumer keeps its own bookmark. That's all the offset is, a bookmark. So one app can be on page 50, another can be on page 1000, and a third can be starting over from page 1. They're all reading the same book, but they don't mess with each other's bookmarks. It's brilliant.
Okay, awesome. We've got this amazing, replayable log. We can get data from A to B, no problem. But let's be real. Modern systems are never that simple, are they? We don't just have a point B. We've got a C, a D, an E, and they all have to have the same data. And trying to make that happen leads to this silent killer of data consistency.
I mean, think about it. You've got your main database, right? But you've also got a search engine, you've got a cache to make things fast, a data warehouse for the analytics team. They all need the same info. So a user updates their profile picture. How do you make sure the database, the search index, and the cache all get the update? The obvious answer is, well, you just write it to all three places from your app. This is called dual writes. And it sounds like a good idea until it isn't.
And this right here, this is why it's a trap. What happens when two updates come in at almost the exact same time?
Maybe the first one updates the database, but the second one manages to update the search index first. Now what? Your database says one thing, your search index says another. And the worst part? Nobody gets an error. The system just thinks everything is fine. Your data is just wrong. Silently. Permanently. This is a race condition, and it's a total disaster.
So, what's the fix? It's actually elegant. Stop trying to write to multiple places. Pick one source of truth. And that's where this amazing technique called Change Data Capture, or CDC, saves the day. Instead of your app spraying updates everywhere, we go straight to the source. We listen to the database's own private journal, the log it keeps for itself, and we turn that into the official stream of record for everyone else.
The whole pipeline is beautiful. Step 1, your application only has one job: write to the database. That's it. Step 2, a CDC tool acts like a court reporter, listening to the database's internal log and writing down every single thing that happens. Step 3, that reporter publishes its official transcript to our Kafka log. And finally, step 4, everyone else, the search index, the cache, you name it, they all just read that official transcript. Everyone gets the same story in the same order. Problem solved. No more race conditions.
Okay, this is huge. We have a reliable, ordered stream of truth. The foundation is solid. So, now, for the really fun part, what can we actually build with this stuff? What do you do with an event stream?
Well, one really cool thing is called complex event processing, or CEP. The best way to think about this is like a smoke detector. The detector's always on, right? It's just sitting there, waiting. And data, these events, are like the air flowing past it. It's not looking at any single particle of air, it's looking for a pattern, smoke. In our world, that pattern might be credit card used in Paris, followed by credit card used in Tokyo 5 minutes later. Beep, beep, beep. The alarm goes off. It's absolutely perfect for spotting fraud.
All right, so if CEP is the smoke detector, then Stream Analytics is the security console for the whole building. It's the live dashboard showing you everything that's happening right now. It's constantly calculating things like how many people entered the building in the last minute, or what's the average temperature on the 3rd floor. It's all about those rolling averages and up-to-the-second counts that power real-time dashboards.
Materialized view sounds super complicated, but it's not. It's just a fancy way of saying we're keeping an answer to a question constantly up to date. Think about your social media timeline. That's a materialized view. It's the pre-built answer to what have the people I followed posted. Every time someone posts, a new event comes down the stream, and your timeline view gets a tiny little update. It's always ready, always fresh. That search index we were talking about before, that's just another materialized view.
And that brings us to the last and maybe the most important part of all this. Because once you start seeing the world this way, you realize this isn't just about picking a different tool. It's a whole new philosophy for how to think about data itself.
This slide really breaks it down. On one side, you've got the stream. That's the history. Every single change that ever happened. It's the accountant's ledger. On the other side, you've got the state. That's the snapshot of right now, the current bank balance. And what we finally realize is that the state is just what you get when you add up everything in the stream. The current balance is just the result of all the deposits and withdrawals. They're two sides of the same coin. One is the history of change, the other is the result of that change.
Which leads to this quote from Pat Helen that just flips the whole world upside down. He said, "The truth is the log. The database is a cache of a subset of the log." Just let that sink in for a second. That database, the thing we've spent our entire careers protecting as the source of truth, he's saying it's just a temporary cache, a disposable copy. The real truth, the permanent record, is the unchangeable history of events in the log. Wow.
And why is that so incredibly powerful? Well, for one, you get a perfect audit trail of everything that's ever happened. For free. If some buggy code messes up your database, no big deal. You fix the code, throw the database away, and just replay the log from the beginning to build a new, correct one. You also capture way richer data. You don't just know what's in the shopping cart now, you know the entire history of them adding and removing things, which is pure gold for analytics.
So I want to leave you with a question to chew on. If the log, that endless stream of events, is the real truth, take a hard look at the systems you build or use every day. How many of those things you call databases are really just temporary caches? How many are just disposable snapshots of a much deeper truth? Once you start looking at the world through that lens, I promise you, you'll never design systems the same way again.